Okay, is it working now? I think it's working. Okay. Well, I am finally on, but it's like a different stream link, so I'm so sorry about this. I am so sorry. I'm like 15 minutes late, but I basically turned this on like even 20 minutes before I started this live to try and set it up. And obviously, just before you start, like before you go live, everything seemed like it was set up. But when I click live, it just like wouldn't start. So, anyway, right now I'm using my webcam, so the quality is not so good. Whew. But okay, I'm here. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining and for waiting for me. Thank you. And thank you so much for to the startup guy who helped me about the crisis. Thank you. Okay, so I should introduce myself first, just in case you guys don't know me. I am Diana from Inspire Me Korea. And hi, the startup guy just joined as well on YouTube. It's so funny because I set up like Facebook Live and I set up my camera and also YouTube on my laptop and IG Live on my phone. So I was like so ambitious today. But anyway, we scored like 50% of the goal today. So I'm still happy about that. Alice says some people have gone to get chocolate. That's so cute. So I wanted to get into today's topic, and I know I'm a bit late, so I'm going to do extra 15 minutes of this live. So there will be a full hour today. I wanted to just quickly shout out on IG Live. I started that just a little bit before I tried on YouTube, just to make sure that everything is working on there. And if it cuts off, which it will at 60 minutes, I'm just going to come back straight away and just continue. So just to let you guys know, if you are on IG Live, but if you want a better experience, I would suggest YouTube because it's just a bigger screen and you get to see the beautiful background that I've made here. So I also moved my location compared to yesterday, as you may have noticed if you were here yesterday, because the internet connection was not so good yesterday, which I realized. So that's why I've moved closer to the router, which could possibly cause other problems. I'm just trying to sort out the camera thing. All right, so let's get into it. I like how you guys are having a lot of fun in the YouTube chat right now. Okay, so today's topic is about escaping Korea and coming to the UK. So some of you asked me yesterday where I am. So I'm currently in the UK, and I have an epic story about escaping Korea during the coronavirus. And I know that everyone is hearing things about the coronavirus right now, and it is causing anxiety and it is stressful and depressing. So today's topic is more about just sharing with you guys my personal experience and just kind of a semi-epic journey. And then we're going to go into something more uplifting, kind of what we're grateful for and what I learned in the process, and some tips as well that I have. And of course, you guys can share your tips as well, because I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of things to talk about as well regarding this. So this is not going to be too stressful and too taxing on the mind. So please participate actively in this chat on the side. And I hope to see your advice as well. So let's get into it. So I decided to leave Korea around 3 weeks ago. And I was already not having the best time there because of not being able to go out and having to find places to buy masks. But at the time, about 3 weeks ago, it was not a big deal. to find masks. There are actually shelves stocked with sheet mouth masks outside the shop, like Olive Young and lots of drugstores had these mouth masks available, and they were not too expensive too. And Daiso, also like a very big department store, not department store, just a big store. They had a lot of mouth masks as they usually do. They usually sell a lot of mouth masks anyway. So I thought that it's not a big deal, and obviously everyone was wearing their mouth masks, so it was just normal. But one weekend when I was deciding shall I leave or not, um, suddenly the number of cases increased a lot, and that was the incident in Daegu. So when that happened, it was just over a weekend's period, and there was so much talk about it. So before that, we are like, everyone be careful, like wash your hands, like use hand sanitizer, um, be careful on public transport and everything. But people are still going to work as usual, just a bit more aware. And we try to, stay at home a bit more, cook a bit more. But suddenly that weekend, when the number of cases increased by like a few hundred, it was suddenly like uh, an awakening that this virus can spread super fast. And at the time, though, there were so many measures by the government, like putting so many posters up, make sure to wash your hands in this way, and like be careful of this and everything, like everywhere on every bus and public place in the public transports, subways, things like that. So I feel like everyone was well informed. But yeah, that weekend was so scary. And on the Monday, it was impossible to buy mouth masks. So I think everyone suddenly realized, like, oh my God, it's like an essential item now. You can't just buy it as you use. Like everyone just hoard. So when the news came out on the weekend, like everyone's busy with their normal weekend schedules, and we didn't think so much like, oh, I need to buy masks because we thought it was always available. We could see it often, but yeah, Monday came and everything disappeared. So that Monday, I decided that I should leave. And that was after discussing with a lot of people and, of course, Alice as well. And we're like, okay, let's just try and make it back to the UK where one of our offices are. So um, that Monday, I had so much paperwork and so much work to do. There was just a lot of documents that I had to fill and sign, which meant that I have to be there for it. And some of the documents weren't ready yet to be signed on that day. So I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to prepare everything in time. But thankfully, I managed to call and talk to all the people necessary and ask them if they can prepare things in advance. And so thankfully that like all of the things that I needed to do, I was able to do them one after another, and it was pretty successful. So I managed to finish signing everything I needed to. And by around 5 p.m., I was like, okay, now I need to buy all the essentials for my flight. So I went and I bought like this eye sleeping mask, several different ones. So one cotton one for actually sleeping, and then a heating one. So you can wear it for 20 minutes and it heats and gets warm for 20 minutes. And I thought, I guess like if there's a virus, it could kill some of the virus. Like at the time, people were still saying that with the temperature and like if it gets warmer, it will be killed. So I was like, maybe some heating thing will be good. And then I bought disposable plastic glove things, and obviously mouth masks. I had some prepared, so I didn't. It wasn't so bad because they had run out at the time, and hand sanitizers and wipes. Basically, I bought like everything I could see and all the essentials, and then I just packed up my things and I bought a ticket for the next flight that I could get, which was a direct flight back to UK. So I'm just checking your messages now. Murray is boring, says it's so insane how things go from 0 to 100 so fast with this virus. Exactly, exactly. So I think that's what made people really panic at the time, because there were some cases scattered around South Korea, but there weren't many cases in Seoul. There was like two or three at the time. So we just felt like, well, it's never gonna get that big. But when the numbers increase suddenly in Daegu, then we realize like, oh my god, it could happen anywhere near me too. Jody Sparks says, yeah, my state has a stay home order unless your work is essential. Right. I think that's so important. And I hope a lot of companies are following that rule. Yeah. So anyway, I packed up my things and I decided that obviously escaping quickly is most important. And at the time, there were some news articles that said that UK was closing the border or like considering to not accept anyone from Asia anymore and something like that. So it was really stressful because I thought, what if like I make it to the airport and I can't even board the flight, or what if I board the flight and I can't even get off when we land. So that was really scary. But anyway, it wasn't so serious at the time, but it felt like it could be. So I just packed the smallest suitcase ever and my backpack and left. And I just brought my essentials, my camera, laptop, chargers, some snacks that were going to expire if I had left it there, and pretty much that's it. Like one outfit, change of clothes, and I thought I will come back. So I left everything as is in my room, and my fridge still has frozen dumplings, and I think about that like every other day. And I think about the mayonnaise that I bought that's in the fridge. But anyway, yeah, at the time I was just like, just bring the essentials and don't think about anything else, or my clothes, don't think about hiding anything, just leave. And yeah, so the actual flight, talking about that, I made a few notes because whilst I was on the flight, I just was full of anxiety, and I learned a lot, and I felt like I should document this and put it somewhere, like make a video or something. And I didn't know how I can make use of like this epic journey that I can share, because I just thought it was an interesting experience. So anyway, I'm going to share what I had written. So I put it by the hour because the flight from Korea to UK takes around 11 hours, depending, could sometimes be 12 hours, sometimes 10 and a half hours. So in the first hour, I was boarding the plane and everyone was wearing their mouth masks. So I was like, okay, like most people are safe. Like I'd say 90%, if not 92%, like were wearing the mouth mask. So I thought, okay, everyone's taking it seriously. But when I sat down and I cleaned everything, I used the wet wipes and like cleaned the seat belts and the armrest and the um, TV screen thing. But the flight attendants were not wearing mouth masks. And I was like, why? Like you're the one who's going to be interacting with most people. So I was just really shocked about that. But the couple who's sitting on my left, to my left, they also disinfected everything. They were super like prepared, and they had like plastic bags to put in all of their um uh wet wipe tissues after they'd used it. So they were very prepared. And I decided to bring some food that I had prepared. So I was in such a rush that I couldn't buy anything. I just had some leftover sweet potatoes and some tofu. So I just to put them in the air fryer the day before and then put them in a container and brought them with me. So during the flight, um, when they gave out serving the food, there everyone just removed their mouth mask and just ate. And I was like, what is the point of wearing the mouth mask if like everyone is removing the mask at the same time and breathing or coughing or whatever? So I felt so much anxiety at the time, and I was like, no, 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 I'm not going to eat. I'm not eating. Thank you. And then I had to wait for everyone to finish eating, and they had collected little plates before like I took my food out. And I had my mouth mask, so I was just like getting a chopstick and like putting under my mouth mask and like chewing it and closing it again. I was like, um, so I managed to eat like one lot of the food that I had, and then I put it away and I threw away the chopsticks. It was like wooden chopsticks. And later on, when I got hungry, I used a new pair of chopsticks for it. Um, so that was just an interesting observation, I think. And I was sitting near where the toilet was. And so every time I could hear the toilet flushing, my heart would just beat so fast. And even in my sleep, so I was just like having a nap and then I could hear the flushing. I was like, "Oh my God, like it's the toilet's near me," kind of thing. And I had no choice to choose any seat that I wanted, but there were some gaps between each seat actually. So I think that airline had decided that they should put, some gaps in between for people. Um and then by the 6th hour, I really needed the toilet. And obviously, in like a 10-hour, 12-hour flight, you really need to use the toilet at some point. And I was trying my best to like reduce that to one usage. So I was just so afraid of leaving my seat, and I wore my gloves and I went to toilet and I made sure to flush it before I used it. But I was so scared to use it. I just wanted to hurry up. And for some reason, this airplane toilet was like an automatic flushing toilet. I've never really seen any airplane toilet that automatically flushes. Usually, you just have to press a button. So it was automatically flushing whilst the toilet lid was open, and I was like, "Oh my God, all the germs are everywhere." And then like I was just panicking, and I was like, "I need to close the top." So I closed it, but it like kept flushing every so often whilst I was washing my hands and everything. And like because of that, I was literally trembling. I was so scared. And then I was like, I'll remove my gloves and throw that and then wash my hands and disinfect everything. And by the time I sat back in my seat, I was actually shaking. And I that was probably like the height of the whole flight, because that was one thing that I couldn't control. I mean, I could control and just even not eat if I didn't want to, or I could, just disinfect everything very meticulously. But yeah, one has to use the toilet. So anyway, that was really scary. And by like the 8th hour, I was just trying to have a nap and I heard someone coughing, and they were just walking right past me down the aisle. And at that point, I was like, there's nothing I can do anymore. And I had worn a hoodie and a cap and a mouth mask. And when I was sleeping, I wore the sleeping eye mask. So literally my whole like this whole area was closed, and obviously like I was wearing the hoodie and like a jacket as well. So people could not see much of my face. But what happened was I felt so much pain like everywhere because of the mouth mask. Like it hooks around your ears, so the back of my ears were really hurting, and the eye mask was hurting like here. And then I was wearing a cap, and this part was getting itchy because the hard part of the cap. So anyway, I had so many issues throughout this flight, and I think throughout this whole thing, and this whole journey, I learned just how fear can really change like the chemicals in your body. Like I don't know really the science behind it, but like the fact that I was shaking in my seat when I sat back down was just proof how fear can really um take over and control your life, I guess. Um and And then I learned so many things. So anyway, I got back to my home, and every day I was checking my temperature. I did self isolation for 2 weeks. And during those 2 weeks, I also learned so much because I've never been in one room for 2 weeks nonstop. And I think almost most of you have not either before this whole coronavirus issue. And I just, I learned so much about how if you think that something is wrong with you, you almost create that um you make that a reality almost. So Every time I touched the door handle, I was so scared that I would cause problems for anyone else who would touch the door handle. So I like make sure to use like my sleeve to open the door handle, and then I would like get antibacterial wipes and wipe it all, and like just make sure that there's no trace of me anywhere, like not even a hair. So I'd like tie up my hair and like close my mouth when I like leave my room. And obviously, we have to do this. We have to take these measures to be very careful, to make sure that the people around us are safe, and um, to keep ourselves as safe as we can. But just don't go too extreme. I think we have to be aware of what we need to do, but not treat ourselves like we are diseased or treat other people like they're diseased. I At the time I treated myself like I'm diseased. I was just worried that um I could cause harm to other people, so I wanted to be super careful. And one day I woke up with a little tickle in my throat, and I was so anxious. I was like, "Oh my god, why is my throat tickly? Like it's not winter. I didn't have like the heating on, so it couldn't have caused a dry throat. And like I drank enough water yesterday." And then you just start like going crazy, like thinking about um so many different scenarios, and I think that was not healthy. Um it's good to be aware again of what symptoms there could be, and it's good to be aware of other people around you. Just don't overthink too much and try to use common sense and use logic and science as much as possible. So these are a few things that I learned and a few tips that I want to share about this whole experience. I learned that you do not need as much as you think you need. And that goes for toilet paper and that goes for food, because even in our homes, we have so much food that if you did not go out for a week and a half, probably 2 weeks, you have plenty of food. It's just sometimes we are a bit picky. And I am also like that. Like, I would wake up and be like, "Oh, I don't feel like eating that banana today, but I know that that banana is not going to last until tomorrow, but I just don't feel like eating it, so I'm just going to leave it and let it rot." Well, because of that kind of mindset, um, we waste a lot of food and a lot of products too. So I think through this experience, I learned a lot about being grateful for just the things that I have and to put everything to good use and not hoard. I mean, the definition of hoarding is kind of subjective, and um, yeah, I just think that we have to take a closer look at the things around us and think about how we can use it better, and um, not have that panic in us that something is going to run out so you won't be able to live, because actually it's not that essential. If you run out of shower gel, then just use soap, and if you run out of soap, then water is sufficient. I mean, unless you're going like into mud fields or something, you probably don't really need soap. So we're getting more creative, and I think that's a really great thing um, about what is going on right now. We are all starting to like learn about how we can get creative with the food that we have left over and making new recipes out of it. And I think it could be a great thing. Um, okay, next point is books. I have so many books. I mean, you can see a few like behind me, but I have so many more, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have a lot too, right? And we just get so attracted by a new book, a book cover, like an author who came out with their new title, and we want to order it, but we don't really feel like reading the books that we've already bought that we haven't touched yet. And that is a similar scenario as like with the food thing. You have already ordered food and you already have food at home, but you just feel picky and you don't want it and you want something else. So it's just a really great time to like review all the things that you have and what you can do with it, instead of ordering more and feeling like you need more when perhaps you don't need that much. Okay, moving on. I learned not to enlarge my problems disproportionately. I think I did my best that I could on that flight, and I shouldn't be um, anxious to the point where I'm trembling because, like, there literally was nothing else that I could have done to keep myself safe. So there's nothing else I can worry about, and we all have like um, something that we can control and a part that we can't control. So we can only go as far as the barrier where we can control. And at that point, we just have to let it go for our mentality, for our mental health. The next point is I realized uncertainty is very scary. When we don't know when there might be a lockdown, when food might run out, when the virus ends, but no one has the answer to that. And that is why uncertainty is scary. But at the same time, there are some things that you can be certain about, like how we react to a situation, caring about our loved ones instead, and caring about our own health. Those actions can be certain. And therefore, we need to find what what is certain and what can we do that will make the biggest difference instead of thinking about what is uncertain. I think falling in love with the little things is really important, um, and pampering ourselves. So I have some sheet masks that I have from Korea and this beautiful room spray that I wanted to show you guys and explain the scent of. So this is what it looks like. And this is a room spray, not a room spray, it is a fabric perfume, but actually I use it like a room spray. And it smells so gorgeous. It is from Jeju Island. And when I went to Jeju about 3 months ago, no, not 3 months ago, 5 months ago. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 5 months now. I just fell in love with this scent. So 5 months ago, it was kind of autumn time and the tangerines season. I don't know where I'm going with that sentence. It was tangerine season. And so there were so many fields with tangerines, and the smell of those tangerines was so lovely. Apparently the live stream chat isn't working. Is it? I don't know what I can do about that. It says the unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. I don't know what I can do about it. It's a YouTube issue. Okay, well, okay. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm sorry. If you guys want to chat though, you can hop onto Instagram Live and chat in the comments instead. I'll check that. So anyway, we're talking about this fabric perfume, which I've been using as a room spray, and it just takes me back to the fields in Jeju. It's so lovely. It smells like tangerines, lemon, lime, and what else? It smells like green tea and peppermint. So I really love this, and these kind of things I actually used to buy quite a bit because I just felt like it's a good memory and it brings me back to some kind of experience or some situation which I really like. But I would always feel like I don't want to use it. I just feel like I like it so much I don't want to use it. And I think in this like self-isolation period, I felt more like, oh, I'm happy to do some things to keep myself sane, and therefore I use this and other things like taking a long bath and just taking care of myself. I think that's really important, and that's something that I learned as well. So in summary, I left half my life in Korea, and it was a difficult situation, but a very kind of emergency situation. So I decided that that it was gonna be a good decision. And even right now, I don't know if it was the best decision or not because things are getting better in Korea now, and a lot of my friends are keeping me updated, like this is going on, and um, they were telling me to come back, and I really want to. So I'll see what happens, but yeah, in this kind of situation, you just have to do the best you can, and sometimes you just can't get everything that you want, but at the same time, safety is most important. I have a few more tips I wanted to say about staying at home and finding some new hobbies. Um, I I started to paint a lot more, and that's something that I used to really love, but I never found the time to more recently. And so I painted a lot in my room and just played some music that was creative and made me like feel something. And it was just such a great experience. So I highly recommend that. Just finding some kind of hobby, maybe not just painting, and perhaps growing your own plants and food. So I really love that we can actually create more um, supplies for ourselves. You know, we're panic buying in Europe, and we're so like afraid of like food shortage or something. But now it's kind of springtime, and we can maybe put some effort to go in the garden and grow something, and whatever grows, you'll be able to eat it, right? So it's kind of unlimited sort of supply of food, and we don't have to put other people in danger of not having food because of us, right? And I'm just going to check some of your questions. The startup guy says, "Did you burn the hoodie and the cap and the jacket?" Great question. So as soon as I got off the plane, my mom came to pick me up, and then she gave me a change of clothes. So I changed all of them, and then used my gloves to handle all my clothes, put it in a bag, and then we took a bus, and then at like a stop off point, I changed into another outfit and did the same, like got the gloves and like put that outfit into another bag. So like I changed like 3 times before I got back to my home, and then like showered and everything, and then washed everything again. So it was a meticulous um procedure, I would like to say. Claire says, "I love your hair. 사랑해." Thank you. Yeah, I had gray hair for a while. I mean, not really, but I dyed it gray. And then it washed out to be kind of like a brownie color now because it was bleached before. So it's become a bit brownie now. And obviously, because of the virus, I won't be able to do much with it. So I'm kind of worried about like if this continues and I can't go to some salon or something, then it might start to go out of hand. I don't know. Um, Mark Soleil says, "Stay healthy and be positive." Thank you. You too. I mean, I'm. I just wanted to share that story because I thought it might be something interesting to you guys, but definitely past all of that, I learned so much about it, and I feel so much better now. Finished my self isolation so I can roam around in the house, and it made me so grateful for many things. So, everyone, please comment what you're grateful for. And I think that it's just so nice because maybe like 6 months ago, if I asked you guys what you're grateful for, it must be entirely different, like entirely different level of gratefulness. But please comment what makes you grateful, and I'll share my few things that I'm grateful for in a moment. Perry Miri says, "I think the wave of panic has left Korea and now it's in the UK. Everyone's really panicking here now." That is true. That is very true. This live is going to end in 2 minutes, and then I'm going to restart it, the IG live. So Just to let you know, I'll just quickly read the comments now and then I'll be back. Um, the startup guy says, grateful for the live streams. That is so true. Um, I've been seeing a lot of idols doing live streams as well. I saw Henry like a few days ago, and I was just so glad for internet and being able to connect with people. I mean, doing self isolation is so easy if you think about like having to do self isolation like 40 years ago. It would have been hell. um BTS Tae's Queen. I love your handle. We love you, so stay home, cutie. Thank you. I'm in Maryland. Grateful for my life and been able to see people I love. That's so true. Miss Scandalous says grateful to still have a job that can be done from home. That is so true. Anna says grateful for my parents. We live in New York and he's a pharmacist and still working hard to help others. Aw, thank you. Please tell him that many people are grateful for him. My father is a pharmacist. Grateful to have many things that I know others do not at this time. Also to be at home while still working, says Funny Lee. That is so true. I'm really happy to see your messages. So this is going to end in 3 seconds. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna come back now. Okay, back on live stream for IG. Gosh, I can't believe today has been so crazy. I feel like live streaming is so scary. I need to get some advice from my friend, the startup guy, about how to sort out this live stream because I feel like every time I live stream, there's a different problem. And I thought I had prepared everything well, but anyway, it's funny, like you guys are on YouTube live on one link and then change to another link and now the comments doesn't work and now you're on IG live. It's so funny. But hey, grateful for internet and grateful for many platforms. So we can do this somehow, no matter what. John's Juice Box says, don't worry, we have your back if you need tips or anything. Thank you. Don't worry, it'll all work out. Thank you. So please comment which country you're in and what time it is right now. I'd love to know because I didn't ask that question earlier and I missed it. So I really want to know where you guys are right now. I want to interact with you guys a little bit more because I have like 20 minutes left. So let's chat a bit more. 안녕하세요 says Pod R. Ruby says, how are you? I'm good, thank you. If there's anything you guys want to hear about semi-related to coronavirus or what's going on in Korea, I can reply your comments. So please comment them and I'll answer them. And I'm going to open this questions card thing in a moment. I only just realized that such a thing exists on IG Live. So I'm going to utilize that. I obviously am not a tech savvy person, and if you watched a live stream yesterday, you'll know why, because I don't like to read manuals. I don't like to know about instructions. Tissam says it's nearly 5 p.m. Is that Germany? Right? USA? Or is it Berlin? Belgium? Sorry. Germany, US, and it's 11:53 a.m. Luxembourg is 4:53, UK 3:15, Brazil. Wow. I mean, the UK says This is Macy, and Lithuania. Wow, Lithuania. I don't think I've seen someone from Lithuania in our live before. Hi, Yongguang is here. Hi, how are you today? I'm in England and it's 3:53. France, 4:54. Country, India time. Old people bedtime, 9:13 p.m. Oh my gosh, what? It's bedtime? Come on. You're not jet lagged, are you? Funny Lee says Chicago and 10:54. Wow. So is this a good time to do the live? I mean, apart from the platforms, let's not talk about platforms because I'm sick of that now. But in terms of the timing for you guys, is it good? England 3:54. I guess it is because you guys are on here. So Argentina is 12:50. Wow. So did you have your lunch? I'm in Q8 and the time here is 6:54. Wow. And Costa Rica, Emmy, hello, you're doing brilliant. Keep it up, says Be Unhinged. Thank you. Tissam says Germany, right? Thank you. And Benny says 11:54 USA. Oh my gosh. India 9:25. London says Pan Pan. And Emmy Mora says Costa Rica is 9:55 a.m. 4:55 in Belgium, aka Chocolate Land. Oh my gosh, I miss the waffles in Belgium. I really do. Hello from Hungary. Greece, 6 p.m. Hi, Maria. Ruta says, glad to be the possibly first. Annyeong from Argentina, says Jacqueline. And Wave. Panda Bear Pay says, hi, attempting to place an order, waiting for an email response, really want to order. Oh, thank you. You can email us at customer@inspiremekorea.com if you have some questions about ordering. And Mrs. Dee says, Wave, hi. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen you on our live. And Kim Yuta says it's 4:57. I'm so sorry, I can't guess which flag that is. Chongin's Juicebox says it's a very good time. Good. Okay, we'll continue with our lives at the same time as long as it works. The time is good for us in the UK. 11:55 is Mrs. Didi. It's 4:56 in Hungary. Perfect timing. Jong-in's Juicebox says, sorry, I left the live and then came back. I was on Holland's live. Oh my gosh, Holland! What is Holland doing? Thanks for coming back. Jacqueline says, yes, it's the same time like Korea, but here is PM. How are things regarding coronavirus where you're in the UK right now, says Judith? People are starting to panic, but there is a lockdown now, so most people are staying at home except like essential workers. So I think it's fairly okay. So many different nations on here. Adinda Fahana says, stay safe, everyone. Drink more and don't forget to wash your hands. Perfect timing, says Fanny Lee. It's right after I wake up, lol. Claire says, I play BTS songs on my guitar, I make drawings, and I play games. Do you play any games? I'm so sorry if I'm asking silly questions. That's so cute. I do play games. I play the BTS game. What's it called? BTS World. And yeah, it's addictive. I mean, since the day that I downloaded it, I have been playing every day. Let's just say that. Hi from Detroit, says Mrs. Didi. Hi from Indonesia. Oh my gosh, this list goes on. This is amazing. And someone asked, Jacqueline asked, how you can say in Hangul you sing so well. In Korean, you can say 노래 is like song or sing. 잘 불어요. 잘 is well, and 불어요 is to sing. Mrs. Didi says, yes, it's been a long time. Hello from Chile, says Rox Steffi, and he was making bracelets. I love him so much. As strong as juice box. I should send you a package from here. I'll add some waffles. Thank you, Han. That's so sweet. Kim Yuta says, "You're so cute. I'm from Algeria." Hi. Oh my gosh, we had like several people from Algeria yesterday as well. I'm really happy to see you guys. Jungин's juice box says he said he'll add the bracelets he makes to his fan package. He's selling this. Sad thing is, I don't think he's shipping them to UK, and I really want it. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Um, Maybe you can make your own bracelets at home in a similar style. And Tissam says the color of your lipstick is really nice. Which brand is it, if I may ask? It is the Skin Food brand. Oh, I don't have it near me, but this is one that I was considering to not open, but because I'm trying to use the things that I already have instead of buying new things. So I decided to use it. Thank you. I had a few compliments now. This is Macy says, "Oh my god, I played the BTS game too, and I thought I was the only one." Lol. Don't worry, it's not just you, it's me and Alice as well, and probably many people on here. But BTS World Game is so addictive, and I just can't get past chapter 992. The what is it called? The main chapter. It's so hard, even with the roll call, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or like, am I supposed to pay? I guess I'm supposed to pay at some point. That's the whole point of the game, I guess. Yeah, I'm not great at games. Yellow Detox says, "So sorry to hear about your experience, Diana. It's nice to know and see that you're well and safe." Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, it was a hard journey, but I am safe now, and I have done enough of my quarantine / self-isolation, so I think I'm fine. I'm good. I hope you guys are well as well. Please comment what your situations are. Are you guys at home? Are you with your family? Are you feeling good? Like, I hope this experience video helped to put things into a bit of perspective. Like, Alice was moving around as well, and now she's in self-isolation, and that's going to be her topic tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in that, like how to survive self-isolation, because Alice actually has like, she just doesn't like to be cooped up in her room. Like, I personally don't mind so much, and I can do a lot of creative things in a room, but she likes to be out and about a bit more. And so I feel like maybe there are many people like her as well who you can learn from. So she's going to give her tips on how she is surviving self-isolation. And I think it's quite a nice conversation. But anyway, she was moving around, so now she decided to self-isolate to just make sure that everything is clear, and then we can all hang out again. So I do really miss her, but she will be here tomorrow doing a live. Yellow Detox says, "I haven't thought of playing games from BTS World. I just started collecting MOTS7, what's that? And then get the previous ones. Could be reprints." Sorry, I don't understand. Jonghyun's Juice Box says, "I've been trying to learn Korean for 3 or 4 years now. I'm bad at Korean, but I'm trying. I suck at learning languages. I have no idea how to properly study." That is a difficult one. I think you have to find so many different ways to study a language. You can't just rely on one material, like just a textbook or just podcasts or just videos or just classes. I think you need a massive mixture of everything. So if you're really motivated to study, then try to find like every medium possible and just fill your life with it. Like, if you have time, then read a textbook. If you like poetry, then try to read some poetry in Korean, and then download some apps, watch some K-dramas without subtitles, and just try as many different type of mediums as possible to expose yourself in many different ways so you don't feel bored about studying. If you just use one medium, you'll probably get bored of studying quite quickly. And maybe set some goals as well. If there are some exams or mock exams that you can do, there's something called TOPIK, which is something like your level of Korean. there are some exams like that as well. So there are some mock exams that are available and you can test that. Um, Oh, the YouTube chat is back. I just saw a comment. Anastasia says, I am at home with all of my family members and we're safe and we have the chance to play games, to watch TV all together and read books. It's okay. Weather helps. It's rainy and dark days. That sounds so beautiful. Honestly, to be with your family and to be safe is just literally the most important thing right now. And you have all of that and you have games and you can watch TV. How great is that? I'm really happy to hear it. And since it's rainy and dark, you can just feel cozy indoors. I think playing games is really nice. I was saying to my mom and like to Alice, oh maybe we need to take out our board games and and play with board games. Yeah, the live chat is back. Well done to I don't know YouTube. Miss Scandalous says BTS World is addictive, but God, sometimes it's impossible to move forward, and I want to throw my phone at the nearest wall. I feel you, but please don't throw your phone at the nearest wall because you can't go to a shop to buy a new phone now. um, but yeah, I totally know what you mean, and I just can't get any more new 5-star cards. I don't know if anyone has a hack. Please comment because many people can use a hack, including me. Anastasia says we watch K-dramas all together. What K-dramas have you been watching? I'd love to know. I just finished One Spring Night, and I also finished Romance is a Bonus Book in the last 3 weeks. I watched those two. I'm pretty proud of myself. But I'm looking for a new one. I'm thinking of watching, I forgot what it's called now. Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but it's about a guy who's like trying to become a K-pop idol and like trainee life or something. Seems quite interesting. Mrs. Didi says, did you finish the EXO BTS boxes or do we still have time to order it? We have the BTS boxes still available, and right now we have the K-pop box, which includes BTS, EXO, and Monster X in the box, and other K-pop related information in the magazine. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. Maria says, love your earrings always. Thank you so much. I do put some effort in my earring collection. I have quite a lot of earrings, and a few things that I do miss about what I left in Korea is my earring collection there. I obviously have a bit of a collection here as well, but I do miss that, and I miss the mayonnaise in the fridge and the dumplings that I made. But anyway, we'll be reunited at some point. And Jin is gonna be back next Tuesday on a live. I know some of you guys have been asking if Jin is gonna be back. Yes, he will be. We are working out what his next topic should be. So if you have any comments about that, you can just comment on our Instagram anywhere, like DM or whatever. And or now if you have some ideas. But we're discussing, and I'm thinking of getting him into K-dramas. What do you guys think? He doesn't usually watch K-dramas. He's watched like a few, but recently not really, and I feel like it'll be really fun to get him stuck into K-drama. And since you guys chatted a bit about K-dramas in his last live on Tuesday, he was just so fascinated about how many of you all are watching K-dramas and know so much more about it than him. So I thought it'd be so fun and like a fresh perspective to see what he thinks about K-dramas when he doesn't watch them that much. Chongyun's Juicebox says, I'm okay, but I haven't been outside my house in 2 weeks and I'm going out for the first time tomorrow to the end of my road to walk my dog and then I'm going back home. Aww. Well, at least you have a furry friend to hang out with, and I hope that your furry friend enjoys the little walk that he or she is going to be on. But it's just nice to have some fresh air from outside, so I'm sure you're both going to enjoy it. Maria says, any book suggestion that really got your attention lately? That's a really good question. To be very honest, I've been Netflixing more than books. Alice has been reading books, I believe, so Alice can talk about books tomorrow. But actually, I have this one here. It's a little bit sad, and I haven't finished it. You can see like there's a bookmark in there. It's a little bit sad. The title is a bit sad, but it's actually a motivational book. The title is 나 열심히 살고 있는데 왜 자꾸 눈물이 나는 거니? It's kind of like I'm working really hard to to live, or I'm working really hard in living, but why are there tears frequently? It's a little bit sad, but actually the contents are quite motivational. So I've been reading that recently, um, in between Netflixing. Um, Crash Landing on You, 10 out of 10, says Jody Sparks. That is so true. I'm gonna check it out. I mean, everyone has been talking about it, especially in Korea. I know it ended just not too long ago, so I'm not gonna be too late with that. I'm thinking to get Jin to watch Itaewon Class, because he read the webtoon version, so I think it might be interesting for him to watch the drama version. Yeah. Anastasia says there are two of my favorites. I'm watching Crash Landing on You and Memorist right now. I don't know the second one, but I'll check it. Is it on Netflix? Mrs. Didi says quarantine here in Detroit and all of Michigan, at home with family. Well, being at home with family is already a great privilege, and I'm really glad that you're all being so grateful. Is so nice to hear. Please comment any more things that you're grateful for if you haven't already, and I'm gonna read the last one and then tell you my few things that I'm grateful for, and then call it a day. Alice says, yes, I'm really surviving. Tissam says the game's really addictive, but also made me nearly lost it since I couldn't get past level 7 for a long time until my friend helped me out. How did your friend help you out? I need to know. But the roll call really helps if you get a good roll call. Alice says, can't wait to hang out with you all tomorrow on live stream, right? I'm looking forward to Alice too. Anna says, I stopped playing a few chapters in. I should pick up BTS World again with all this time on my hands. That's so true. And every so often there's some special events things on the BTS World app, so it keeps you on your toes. Startup Guy says, the consonants on the wall behind you look like a Korean eye test. That's so funny. Confirms that my eyesight is 6 out of 6. That's so funny. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, that is one of the posters that is in the K language box. The artist says, I tried to comment during your plane story, but I didn't realize the chat stopped working for a while, so my comments didn't go through, but I think I would have just been as anxious as you. Thank you for saying that, and thanks for posting your comment on here. I know I don't know what is going on today. I'm just yeah, I can't be friends with technology, it seems. But yeah, thank you for commenting here, and it was a very difficult time period, but I'm so glad that it's over and we can move on. Yellow Detox says, sorry, BTS map of the Soul 7. Sorry, I am not in with the kids, obviously, so I didn't know. Claire says, this hair color suits you. You look so cute. Can I have your autograph? Thank you. That's so cute. Maon says, I'm learning Korean with Korean Onni and she helps me a lot. That's a great suggestion. Tisam says, concerning the isolation, the measures in Germany are okay. I mean, I'm with my family and my exams from the university were postponed until somewhere during the semester. Yeah, so many things are postponed, but we just have to do what we can in this situation. Jonathan's Juice Box says, thank you so much for the tips. You're welcome. The artist says, everything you described definitely would have made me feel panicky, especially the way the toilet was acting. I know. Yeah. I now that I've said it all, I think I feel so much lighter and I don't want to think about it again. I want to share the photo of me on the plane actually. So if you guys are on our Discord, then I'm going to post it there. It's quite hilarious now looking at it, but at the time I was like, I have to cover every centimeter of my face as possible. And the funniest thing was I was trying to drink water on the plane as well. So I bought a water bottle and then I got a straw, and every time I wanted a sip of water, I would put the straw in and then open my mouth mask and just like tuck in the straw and just sip really fast, like, and then quickly take it out and close my mouth mask again. That was really funny thinking about it now, but you have to, go to such lengths sometimes. This is Mercy says, I'm trying to learn Korean at the moment, only been learning for the last few weeks. I'm lucky that I have a teacher local to me that can teach through FaceTime every other week. That's so nice. I hope that helps with your learning, and definitely if there's some kind of one-to-one, sorry, I was just playing with the fabric mist. If there's some kind of one-to-one method to learn, then it will help so much more. Small Shadow says, I'm from Jordan, we're still in quarantine here, spent my time working from home, watch TV, live streams, and reading. Yeah, that is a good range of things to do at home. Jonathan's Juicebox says, I've noticed people have got a lot closer with the families because of this virus. That's so nice to hear. That's really uplifting. Mrs. Didi says, yes, board games, love them. Maria Park says, I have 6 months that I'm learning Korean language and helped me a lot watching K-dramas, listening to K-music indeed. Right. Would lose all our money if either UK or Germany closes their borders. I'm watching Itaewon Class right now, says Mrs. Didi. Yeah, I really want to watch Itaewon Class too, but more so I want to tell Jin to watch Itaewon Class. Maria says, Itaewon Class and Crash Landing on You, love them. Have you watched Hwarang? I love that drama because there is Oppa in it. Yes, Claire. I watched a bit of Hwarang, but I couldn't fully get into it. I think I need to be more serious about watching it again. This is Macy says, do you recommend any Korean books to read as I'm trying to practice my Hangul? There's so many. I think the short, like, motivational ones are really good. I have a few here. And that one, 미안해, 사랑해, 고마워. That one is really good as well. But this one is really nice. I just love the illustrations in here. I don't know if you can get this anywhere, but you can screen capture this. Just for the screen capture. And it's cute. 나는 이제 좀 행복해져야겠다. It's kind of like I should be happier now. I should become happier now. And there's such cute illustrations inside. Like this, and then there's some words on the side, so it's not too much to read. It is fairly thick, but I just really like how everything's quite short. And I like the illustrations and photos. And the little character is cute, so I really recommend these kind of books. There's so many of these kind of books in Korea. Chongyun's juice box says Jin is so sweet. So there's so many emojis, so cute. So Jin will be back on a Tuesday, so please look out for that. And I wanted to ask you guys what you think about an Inspire Me Korea care package. So right now during this like COVID period, we're doing these live streams and doing Inspire Me Korea Digital, which is really exciting and new for us. And we're learning a lot from doing this, and it's really fun too. But we also really miss our boxes, and we're thinking about how we can like connect with you in as many ways possible. And we're thinking about creating some kind of care package thing. So I was just wondering what you guys think about that and whether it'd be interesting to you. I know that, as we mentioned, we might be getting a bit bored, and obviously we want to change things up as much as possible whilst we're at home, like, you know, reading a bit and painting a bit or playing music or playing games, that kind of thing. But it might be quite nice to have a little care package sent to you guys. So please comment and let me know what you think about that. Be Unhinged says, I haven't finished One Spring Night, but I love Something in the Rain. I love Chung Hae-in. Yeah, I need to watch Something in the Rain for sure. My favorite was Prison Playbook. I haven't heard that being recommended so much, but I'm definitely going to check that out now. Any K-drama suggestions? I definitely recommend Moonlight in Love in the Moonlight with Park Bo-gum. It's just like one of my most favorite traditional K-dramas, and it's got some modern elements to it. It's really funny at the same time, as showing like traditional Korea. I just thought it was so lovely, and I like pakpogom, so I recommend that. 광세로이 Seroy says, I recommend Itaewon Class is one of my favorite K-dramas. Ooh, okay. So there's a lot of people who's really into Itaewon Class and Park Seo-joon. Any K-drama suggestions? Yeah, already mentioned. And what else? Tempted is really good. Tempted is on Netflix. I watched it when it was just airing, and yeah, it's really good. Strangers from Hell. The acting is perfect. Oh my gosh, Psychopath Diary is such a good crime K-drama. Wow, there's so many. I love K-dramas. 안녕하세요. I just recently started to follow you. Hope you're doing fine, says Photo Crew Mel. Thank you. Welcome to Inspire Me family. Jonghyun's Juicebox says, oh my god, I didn't mean to leave. Yuna from TVXQ just created a patented face mask with a cap to open to drink through a straw. Through your mask. That's so smart. Everyone needs that. I love your earrings. Thank you so much. Yeah, it looks like this. Tahira Mahmood says, 안녕 Dana, I'm from Birmingham in the UK. I enjoyed your live yesterday and hoping to go to Korea one day, taking it one day at a time, watching my Korean dramas. Thank you for saying that, and thanks for coming again today. P. Rost says, any recommended skincare for men's skin? I have many scars on my face. If the scars are related to acne scarring, then I highly recommend something with vitamin C. There's a lot of like vitamin C serums which work really well, and right now I'm using one as well, just because I have some dark spots and also some acne scarring, but it's reduced so much because of the vitamin C serum. And when I was in Korea, I did like facial once a week, and it sounds kind of crazy, but it's actually very common. So if you guys are interested in that, I can talk about that in another live stream, so please comment if you want to know about that. But I originally really wanted to do a video, some kind of live stream, to show you guys like I did a facial once a week for the last year or something, and like a before and after. But yeah, that couldn't happen because I'm back in the UK. But I did for about 5 months, once a week. Do you have any drama recommendations? Yes, I already mentioned a few. Tisam says I have to go, but I'll try to stop by tomorrow as well. Stay healthy and take care. Also, being grateful to get back to your question. I think if you can learn to be grateful for at least one thing, that's so true. I'm currently playing Live Fanta on my piano because I have nothing to do. That's so cool. You can be musically creative. Paige Jones says the care package sounds amazing. I really love all the boxes you create. Thank you. Ashley says yes, I want to hear about it. Julian says I love the idea of a care package. Yay! Tisam says per day it will definitely help anyone out, since even bad days have at least one time in it, no matter how small the occasion was, but it could not be that bad of a day. The care package sounds fantastic. Care package sounds awesome. Annyeong Dana, I enjoyed your live yesterday. Really hope I go to Korea one day. Thank you for taking time and asking much. Hey, I was wondering if you have a favorite Korean proverb. I really love studying. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. Okay, yes, care package will be great. Love care package. Care package sounds amazing. It's quite unique. You can do it in different themes with maybe some cute themed drawings, like a character you can always use. Wow. Okay, your favorite K-drama is that 나의 아저씨? I've not heard of that. Skincare products that you use. Okay, next time maybe I will share about like my K-beauty routine. I think that would be quite interesting. And how about a happy care package, something that might be pick me up to put a smile on your face? That is so cute. I love that idea. Okay, I'm gonna work hard on thinking about how we can make this happy care package. I think that would be really sweet. Thank you for answering my question. I have tried some vitamin C serums, and also having facial, but I hate facial, hurts me. There are several different types of facials, so you have to find something that is suitable for you. Usually something called like prescriptive facial is really good because they like see what you really need instead of just putting anything on you. Yeah, I can deep dive about K-beauty in another episode, I think. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'm going to talk about my final few things that I'm grateful for, and then hop off because it's been, wow, super long now. I just wanted to say that one thing that I am super grateful for this morning was that last night I actually had a dream of going shopping in a supermarket. And I realized that I must really miss that. I haven't been to a supermarket in like 2 weeks now. And I just really love getting creative. As you might know me now, I love being creative. So um, I like cooking and finding different recipes. And right now, I just have to get creative with what I already have. But it was just interesting to wake up and be like, ah, yeah, I dreamt of being in a supermarket, and it was great. And one more thing that I'm grateful for um, is that I'm able to connect with you guys in this way and to just share my experiences and feeling uplifted because of you. So, thank you so much for joining and for actively participating. And I can just see one more question on here. What would be the best place to go in Korea once the whole virus clears up? I want to move there for college. Um, Best place to go and create depends on when it is. I mean, right now, I really would suggest to go to see the cherry blossoms. I mean, they're just starting to blossom, so it's so beautiful. Once the virus clears up, no one knows when the when it will be. But yesterday I did do the most Instagram friendly locations in Seoul, so I'd highly recommend to check that out. A lot of them are cafes as well, or just like certain parts of Han River that I'd recommend. So you can please have a look at that, and it's on our YouTube channel, Inspire Me Korea. And if you guys are interested to see more of our live streams, we will be back on live stream tomorrow. Alice will be here, and then I will be doing another live stream at some point this week. But if you want to see the full schedule, you can find it on our Instagram and also on our Patreon page. And if you really enjoy this content, we will be back with more next week, but some of them will be on premium. So if you want to check out all of the contents, then please check us out on Patreon. And the page is patreon.com/inspiremekorea. Thank you so much for hanging out, and hope you take care and stay safe. Annyeong. Okay, how do I end this?